Tonight, learn how to protect your security from the growing phishing email problem at WSU.
And learn about how getting from Pullman to Moscow might get easier. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Logan Plant.
And I'm Malou Santos. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Phishing scams in email inboxes are on the rise. I took a look at how an increase in online attacks is impacting WSU students. If you're a WSU student with a university email address, you've probably seen it before. An email that says something like this. Good day. I have an offer for the post of executive personal assistant, which can be done part or full-time, which pays $300 weekly. To know more about the position, please apply below. Then, a link appears that says, click here. Application will be received, and you'll get a response between 24 and 48 hours. That's a standard phishing email that most WSU students receive. These phishing email scams are a constant threat in WSU student inboxes, with some students telling me they receive one every day. Some students are tired of the spam.
They're actually really annoying. It almost makes me not want to check my WSU email sometimes, and when I see a notification, I was like, oh, it's probably junk.
We've all seen it, but we haven't all clicked on it. So what happens when you see that giant click here in capital letters and follow through with it? I had the chance to talk to a number of students who have clicked on those phishing links, and many of them had the same story, including Riley Hoover.
It can happen instantly. You don't even have to wait for the website to load, because I closed it out as soon as possible. And basically, later I noticed a bunch of emails that I did not send from my email that were going out to a bunch of different WSU emails.
Other stories are similar to Hoover's. People I talked to who chose not to appear on camera told me it happened when they were a freshman. They were asked to reset their password, and then they were locked out of their account, or their email was flooded with countless spam emails. One person even told me they couldn't check their grades anymore. All but one of the students I talked to clicked on the links when they were freshmen. These scams often entice students, new students that haven't yet learned better, with things that seem necessary or that are enticing. For example, students get offered part-time jobs, asked to help with charity work, or, most notably, are told that they need to reset their WSU password. Here you can see one that's asking for a dog sitter. Sometimes the emails look like they're coming from a credible source. For example, you can see here this spam email asking for donations to a company called No Kid Hungry looks like it's coming from Bruce Pinkleton, Dean of the Murrow College of Communication here at WSU. But if you click reply on the email, you'll see that it was actually sent to me by an unknown Gmail address. And it's not just Pinkleton. I've seen these spam emails sent to me looking like they're coming from other WSU professors as well. The problem isn't just here, it's around the nation. Research from ReTruster shows that phishing attacks are on the rise, and 60% of Americans say that they have been victims of a security breach or they know someone that has. The Crimson Service Desk, formerly known as CougTech, is a place for students to go if they have technical issues, including those who are victims of phishing. I talked to representatives from WSU's tech support system, and they told me that students who receive email they suspect is spam should forward it to abuse@wsu.edu. Unfortunately, for many WSU students, it takes a mistake to learn not to click on those dangerous links. Hoover says he won't make that mistake again, and he hopes others won't have to in the future.
No, I've learned from that mistake.
Logan Plant, Murrow News 8. If you think that you have received a suspicious email, just follow these steps. Do not click on any links. Remember to forward it to abuse@wsu.edu. And finally, delete that email from your inbox.
Pullman City Council is considering a bus service between Pullman and Moscow. Pullman Transit Manager Wayne Thompson says the new bus route would cost about $340,000 per year and would start as early as 2021.
Murrow College students are set to enjoy a small event with their peers before the big graduation ceremony this Saturday. Joining us live now from Gertson Hall is Celeste Harms. Celeste, what can you tell us about tomorrow's event?
Hi, right, so I'm in Gertson Hall right now. We have a special event going on tomorrow for communication students in which anyone graduating from the Murrow College this semester should stop by tomorrow from 3 to 4:30, get to enjoy some light refreshments, pick up their Murrow Legacy pin and their reader card, and also get to enjoy the time-honored tradition of enjoying the glass taken off of this door and getting to knock on Mr. Murrow's door himself. So once again, that's required for all communication students graduating this semester. And in spirit of that, congratulations to all of the graduates coming out of Com 465 and Com 455 this semester, everyone on camera and behind the scenes that makes this newscast happen. Cheers to all of you, and back to you in the studio.
A Spokane man gives back to his community in the courts and in the streets in his own unique way. John Lee spent time with him to see what he does.
When leaves are on the ground, the weather is getting cold, and your neighbor, Sather Gowdy, is starting his morning ready to help make the community better. Gowdy believes that even the smallest kindness, such as picking up trash or donating food, can impact the lives of people in community.
So usually what I do the weekend is I pick one of the days, either Saturday or Sunday, and I really just try to focus on like, what kind of service project can I do that day?
He initially started helping his neighborhood after an emotionally difficult time he went through 2 years ago. While he was helping others, he found it healing to make them smile and decided to create a community service called Heal Spokane. He empathized with people that were dealing with various issues and wanted to help them however he could.
I tried to teach him what it meant to be human, humble, honest, and appreciative of others, and no matter what, in terms of ability, disability, age, race.
While his service is not his only mission anymore, his goal is to spread his message to others, especially the younger generation. For over 2 years, he presented over 80 inspirational speeches at public schools in Spokane and stressed the importance of a caring community.
But now there's a real emphasis on like, what makes you a good person? How do you help others around you? And I think our schools are really receptive to that right now.
News outlets published numerous different articles highlighting Gowdy and Heal Spokane, helping to spread his message. There are now over 950 members of Heal Spokane on Facebook. Through various acts of community service, they are not only helping to improve the community, but the perspective of those in it.
I thought it was just like helping people when they're in need and like giving back once in a while. It was really moving to see how many people and like how grateful I am to live in a house with heat because there's people out on the streets starving and freezing.
Gowdy recently graduated from Gonzaga School of Law and is working at the Spokane Public Defender's Office and helping people who are in need legal services.
With my work in Heal Spokane, I'm helping people with kind of those skills that I've learned throughout my life and just how to be helpful, right? Here at the Public Defender's Office, it ties into the Heal Spokane work that I'm using specific skills that I've learned through law school, my 3 years of law school, my time interning as well, to be able to help people with access to justice in a very unique way.
When sun goes down, he ends his day in the war room where he can relax with a cigar and a glass of scotch, thinking of Winston Churchill's quote, "Strength is granted to us all when we are needed to serve great causes." Gowdy hopes that he can inspire others to continue to serve their community and to never stop spreading good. John Lee, Murrow News 8.
And when we come back, find out the latest on Mike Leach's contract.
And when we come back, Kevin Gonzalez on sports.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Welcome back. Washington State University has extended Mike Leach's contract through the year 2024. Leach's extension secures a spot with the Cougars after rumors swirled that he might leave the program this winter to coach elsewhere. And in WSU basketball, the men's team beat the Idaho Vandals yesterday, moving to a 4-4 record on the year, and the women's team beat the Arkansas's Pine Bluff Golden Eagles, moving to 5-3.
When we come back, Corbin White will have our Friday newscast.
We'll be right back with weather on Murrow News 8.
And welcome back. Here's today's weather forecast. So today we look where the high was about 46 degrees and the low was 33. And again, it's dark right away around 4 o'clock. Let's take a look at tomorrow's weather. Not too different. The low is 37 and the high is 44. And again, it's dark around that same time. It's too dark for me. Let's move on to the 5-day forecast. So Friday, as we already talked about, it's cloudy with the high of 44 and a low of 37. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be seeing a little bit of rain. We got like a mix of temperatures going on as well. We have a low of 37 and a high of 44. And on Sunday, it's going to be hitting those low 30s again. It's going to be real chilly. And over on Monday, of course, we have a low of 29 and a high of 39, and Tuesday a high of 38 and a low of 30. And that's today's weather's forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Corbin. Well, you mentioned it in your weathercast. In the winter months, days can feel short with the sun setting around 4 p.m. But this may change with a new bill that has been introduced by Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Kevin Gonzalez has more on what this bill can do and how it relates to the state of Washington.
The end of fall. The leaves on trees are almost all gone. The anticipation of the holidays soon to come. But what else comes as fall comes to an end? Is there something that people may overlook? It's time for people to change time on their clocks, a thing that some people don't look forward to.
I'll go to bed, I'll wake up, and then the rest of the day I'm thrown off, and then especially just like from there on, like it's just weird. Just having that 1 hour even difference can, I feel, really affect like me as a student and like my performance there.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed a law to make daylight savings time the new permanent time in the state of Washington. This is still waiting on approval from Congress. Also, Florida Senator Marco Rubio is trying to get a bill called the Sunshine Protection Act passed that would make daylight savings time the new standard time throughout the states. Rubio's act points to several benefits that new standard time would have, a sentiment joined by others.
The affective disorder and how lack of sunlight can affect people and their mood and a ton of different factors. And so I think it can be tough. Not if you work in the middle of an office building, you're not seeing sun throughout the day, and when you're going home, it's already dark.
Another point brought up in Rubio's bill is the effects that having the new daylight saving as the new standard time would affect driving. During the winter months, the sun sets at around 4 p.m., meaning that those people that get off after 4 have to depend on lights like the ones behind me and the headlights to see while driving. According to the National Conference of State Legislators, more than 30 states have considered making the change. While the bill still needs approval, one thing is certain, that we will have to move our clocks ahead one more time. But that may be the last. Kevin Gonzalez, Murrow News 8.
Thanks so much for watching Murrow News 8. Come back tomorrow night for our final newscast of the semester. Have a great night.